say unshia Van Dijk and I wait me akeka de okeka fa no if you meet him Rich modern day nay I think after Sergio Ramos he is becoming the complete center back obia dream team ne bona or born in a height ne leadership ne imposing figure ne physicality ne aggression ne reading of the game to say oh bibia and your people so when players meet him now Kobusa and say who is your toughest defender here Rich he comes to mind. They always mention his name. Now Rich midfield horn in my opinion there are two players I don't think they should have been there. Jude Bellingham and Palmer. I don't think say in the year under retrospect they did enough to be in the FIFA World XI. No.
Palmer
and that is all.
Fair Club World Cup.
That is all.
And no enough.
No. Rich your proper season we as Anna. Your boss house ceremonial tournament though.
And no crab if you so the pre-season.
It's always a ceremonial tournament. Your proper season we had players across all competitions gave us accomplished performances than just the FIFA Club World Cup. Within that same period, Rich, apart from the memory of the Jude the season before, no, last season, Jude, what did he do? And I think he said, also gave a Bemu because of the now 1 year previously and how the players see him. And yes, sir, Rich, Jude and Palmer, dear. Now, to make that is what I was to make a complete argument, then Obi says, okay, Ayala. Who say me for the Jude, Kevin De Bruyne, Luka Modric, João Neves, Palmer, Pedri, Federico Valverde, Vitinha. So players name 4 out of these players. Now say 2 deserve say and come in who opinion. Then why am I say fata so more? FIFPRO World XI. A special award because when you sign in some trouble, sign fans, sign other people, and players. When you opportunity for players nankasamu
to vote.
Born to say, born me Bobby. Mijina Park ni subi. Minimye wom to be a player. Ebi a normal a so many as fans, any journalists. Me am a footballer no. Mentias here about the way a book game no park and so no. Are far different from more. Rich, that is the reason why some jurisdictions are. They don't really like football pundits among your former footballers.
Because they then have been discussing.
Yes, they believe players and your normal pundits, they are experts on a ground. Until when they tell you, this is my analysis of this game, they believe, say, there is an expert speaking. Sarah Ferdinand Kacha say, I deal with a Pau Kubasi here, a wrong turn, a wrong decision. Rich, who they couldn't here? Because what did I park in a swap bobida?
A proper defender.
Yes, what faces our situations, countless times. So Okachi was a sad mistake way, or Biabe. It means a situation, or Tiasi or facing me that. And Emma players a voting a special at the moment. Now, I think it was it just last week Friday?
Yeah,
the enemy boy. and the subsequent days, the final 11 no buy. Now, Rich, send your baby more muti a bit me follow. No muswe din komoni be ye no. I will want your social media for no to situate in common ye. Nominees ni buy no. First of all, good, good, but you better run it through and sign you finalize.
No problem.
You better run it through like this. A buy no na goalkeepers near 3. Alisson, Becker, Courtois, and Donnarumma. Where the goalkeepers are, the players had the opportunity to choose their own first 11 goalkeeper. Sena uko defenders na Trent, Kubasi, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Nuno Mendes, William Saliba, Virgil van Dijk. Trent, Kubasi, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Mendes, Saliba, Van Dijk. Sena uko midfielders na Jude Bellingham, Kevin De Bruyne, Luka Modric, João Neves, Cole Palmer, Pedri, Federico Valverde, and Vitinha. Then the forwards were Ousmane Dembele, Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, Messi, Rafinha, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mo Salah, and Lamine Yamal. Now, Rich, I want people to understand it's a kuo and say, I no crack. You want FIFPRO World XI. Oma choose both Daniel Alves and Philip Lam as lateral defenders. Even though they are all right backs, almost your team na no. That year no ball, maintain me no boy enti. Ye Bobako as right back, ye Bobako as left back, even though he's right. You want FIFPRO World XI, Rich. Oma choose central midfielders. There is no conventional defensive midfielder. Almost Ayala, Monshisha Iniesta, Moni, Tony Cruz, Moni, Ayumo, Ewan Fifi, they will play. And see, even though Yachicha didn't work Kuokuno, Rich, they've voted in a way. Omo compile votes in the first 11. They've beat a lot of conventions. But Miyaji say this year, Rich, depending on the number of votes, they were voting according to the classifications. So, for instance, say if a goalkeepers now, do you the highest vote or goalkeepers automatically call upon him? Your defenders now, the highest votes automatically form their defense line. Your midfielders are the highest votes echo into the midfield. See a forwards the highest vote goes into their forwards. It meant to say, Rich, there was no way Abia Obi forwards category in him. When your votes be brave, then we say, oh, then can we compromise? Near for the Paco and come midfielders near for shit nana. But Rich, if that is the case, then Obi Busa say, under normal circumstances, see a book football, Sanke a book number 2, number 3, 4, and 5, mewa. And so much you saw first 11, they choose only 3 defenders.
Is it 4?
Yes.
Only 3.
They chose only 3 defenders. So how can you then convince me in any argument? Say, for instance, they couldn't have chosen Rafinha as a number 10 of the team. And as a number 10 meant, then Rafinha will go into the midfield. But that is how they chose to vote. Rich, Omuri, not this was the first 11. Goalkeeper Donnarumma, a back 3 of Ashraf Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Virgil van Dijk. Then midfielders, Jude Bellingham, Pedri, Vitinha, and Cole Palmer. Then any more 3, Lamine Yamal, Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe. Rich, So all the first 11 way, to the minimum you agree na there are a lot of differences. Woman. Goalkeeper they went with ours. 2 and 3 they went with Yenya. I remember you 4 and 5 from had Van Dijk.
Sure.
But they chose say Van Dijk was enough. Only Ashraf Hakimi and Mendes. Defenders near. And to reach Kubasi, Trent, Marquinhos, William Saliba. Honestly, they don't deserve to be in the first 11 of FIFPRO. Even though they could have put in one additional defender, it is okay. I disagree.
Especially Obi to say Marquinhos, a player, the Paris Saint-Germain,
GBR also GBR.
William Saliba.
He was the captain of the team.
The performance for
the
Arsenal.
Leadership. Yes, Saliba. Rich. Unim. I think so. In the past 5 years, Rich, players to be a lasting memory in the minds of the players. And some other sorry can say who is the best entire backer? They will vote Van Dijk.
So you supporters in Kwa?
No.
Even the players?
Yes. They believe
some names to be as or memories.
Say Unshia Van Dijk. And I will me aka if you meet him, Rich, modern day nay. I think after Sergio Ramos, he is becoming the complete center back. Obia dream team ne bona or born in a height, ne leadership, ne imposing figure, ne physicality, ne aggression, ne reading of the game. Kese, oh bibia. And your people say when players meet him, now Kobusa and say, who is your toughest defender? Rich, he comes to mind. They always mention his name. Now, Rich, midfield, in my opinion, there are 2 players I don't think they should have been there. Jude Bellingham and Palmer. I don't think, say, in the year under retrospect, they did enough to be in the FIFA World XI. No.
Palmer,
and that is all.
Club World Cup.
That is all.
And no enough.
No. Rich, you bought proper season. We as Anna, you bought our ceremonial tournament.
And no crab if you so we did pre-season.
And talking a ceremonial tournament. You bought proper season. We had players across all competitions, gave us accomplished performances than just the FIFA Club World Cup. Within that same period, Rich, apart from the memory of the Jude the season before, no, last season, Jude, what did he do? And I think he said, on also gave a Bemu because of the now 1 year previously and how the players see him. And yes, sir, Rich, Jude and Palmer, dear. Now, to make, that is what I was going to make a complete argument. Then Obi says, okay, Ayala. Ose me for the Jude, Kevin De Bruyne, Luka Modric, João Neves, Palmer, Pedri, Federico Valverde, Vitinha. So players name 4 out of these players. Now say 2 deserve say and come in who opinion. Then one man is a factor so more. Rich, I think so. Sometimes senior players, is here technically inclined, Omnim roles are Omwakasa play or park so and how roles can impact injury room play. They should have given João Neves the opportunity to be there.
Of PSG.
Senka players no vote say João Neves need to be in our team. Rich, do you know the statement I can't say anywhere? The statement would have been say, "Ebia, yeah, outside the playing body, no." we don't put premium on roles a player be say João Neves a player park so but the players now omu bono enim say this role na kwane bono e will a lot of impact in the game. Then Rich, I still think say also the way forwards no na a lot of competition war now. They should have pushed one of those players into a number 10 in the team. Between Rafinha and Mo Salah, one should have been converted into the midfield. No, not still na. And now say they should have chosen 3 midfielders, 4 forwards per performance. Because Rich, say if arguments na me, you know, if it will make sense, Rich, let's take somebody like Mo Salah. Within the year na retrospect, say Mo Salah jina hona kopa majina wa wane bobo.
Salah.
He just didn't win Liverpool the league. He won every individual top player award in England. Sports Writers Player of the Year, the Players Nankasa Players of the Year, the League Nankasa Player of the Year. Bibia in England, the best player in the English football last season was Sabrina for Mo Salah, and he played in those leagues. Kopama Ebobi. Rich, sa offer Kopama, now offer Rafinha last season. One Ebobo, Emukrawa, Gabanawa. It was obviously Rafinha. And to say, acquire first 11 we not both Mo Salah and Rafinha, any team in him because you put them in the forward category. Now Palmer and Jude Bellingham, Ebemwa. Rich, I will always have a problem with that kind of selection on my, you know. And to me, Mrs. say they should have added João Neves to the midfielders and rather choose 4 forwards because players no more forwards category or no. Individually played much better than players no more choose our midfield or no.
Okay.
Because in the equation, Kevin De Bruyne, Mimindin say Luka Modric bebem. And I don't really see any strong argument for Freddy Valverde. And that same argument, you know, cut across Palmer and Jude and so. But now I say, I was say you pay 2 out of 7 or more said any strong argument, you know, and those 2 were picked.
Well, because program person interactive in Tino. You have funny at you for so Real Madrid pa. First one, Victor Yago or say Ayala. The FIFA World Cup is not ceremonial. It was a 32 club tournament, which is more competitive than the former Club World Cup. Palmer won the Conference League. He led Chelsea to the top 4. So no, nothing back. So one. Omo trophy no makodina I more my world best no. Ceremonial.
FIFA Club World Cup since its inception is a ceremonial tournament. And Chelsea
32
and Chelsea winning here no. And they be redefining competition no. The competition has been there and Sana Chelsea be winning.
Okay.
And it has always been defined as such.
All right. Then secondly, I say Palmer on the numbers no. Yempuli.
Numbers where?
Or J Conference League or Sambo Chelsea Mamudi 4th. That is the argument. Oh yeah, no pay.
Or J Conference League.
Conference League, yeah. I know na I do maybe na UEFA for any activities in Momunja. Yes, no money will be gramaninja. The teams in the society.
We respect Obia opinion. Yeah.
Anyway, no,
but that is my own. I don't know.
No opinion on it.
I don't know if over FIFPRO World XI now. Do you have disagreement with woman?
I think Jude performance last season so I agree with you on Jude Bellingham. Palmer mentioned any problem. Palmer mentioned any problem. Echidoho, Hakim, Van Dijk, Nuno Mendes, many problem. Donnarumma, I mean, the no one a day choosing it. Mention any problem. The only problem I'm aware is Judy. Judy, I think now on this I will say so. I disagree with them. I disagree. Yeah.
Rich, then let's move to the FIFA awards.
Yanko awards. Okay, so anyone say I'm here you. And how do you okay on? Oh, Yamal, Mbappe.
Said they just should have added one additional forward.
Okay.
In Rafinha or Mo Salah.
Okay.
And take one midfielder out and change one to João Neves. That is my argument.
Okay.
And I say they should have put William Saliba or Marquinhos in the defense and limit the midfield to 3 and just replace one of Jude and Palmer with João Neves. Simple.
Senkawa won't have about 4 defenders.
Me, ideally, I'll play 4 forwards.
4 mumu anymore.
Yes.
No, it's 3.
No, China is the same.
Okay.
Now you one midfielder back. Then I'm saying, sir.
So no, probably will be number 10.
Both Jude and Palmer don't deserve it. Our list in the moment, and I will take them out. Bring in João Neves. If I still have to choose from the midfield category, I will bring Onono there and rather play 4 forwards. Add Rafinha or Salah to the forwards. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
So that is how Nkame may know. Now, Rich.
Ed, 50-10, I'll say FIFA regard the FIFA Club World Cup at the same level as the International World Cup. Until you see it's as such, you continue to make such arrangements. Imagine if Cole Palmer won the World Cup with England.
World Cup?
Yeah. I say imagine Senka Cole Palmer every need a World Cup with England.
The World Cup proper.
The proper one.
No World Cup proper. Now why not go to FIFA Club World Cup?
Anyway, that's your opinion. Me pese ana. Maybe yanko to the FIFA nominees now. The minimum say oh started from Mema na.
Aye.
Okay, it started from
Mema.
Okay.
Yeah, started from. I think a man the end day only 2, and me giri say it is a can wasam.
Okay, which is
Omu coach of the year and the best player.
Best player, okay.
And he started from a man who coached.
Okay.
But Mami Masa preamble. Rich, there are many times FIFA awards a winners are different from the Ballon d'Or awards. And the simple reason why SSR are and say the criteria and the voting college, are different.
And for instance, last year say Ballon d'Or the end comma Rodri and FIFA the end comma Vinicius Junior.
Because Ballon d'Or is voted for by the technical study group and journalists. But the FIFA Best Awards, is voted for by member association captains and coaches and the FIFA study group.
Okay.
And see, the voting college, different. And once the voting college is different, Obiani is choice. And see, I am expecting, the best I can say, I am expecting some few changes.
So they
compare Ballon d'Or winners now.
Okay.
And that is where I'll start from. Now, Rich, a man who coach, say over the Ballon d'Or. England, our national team coach, Mbano, won it. Make us say in a workman. And we need because of the England, Ekoje, a man Euros. O deserve so winning. For me, the strongest opposition was my friend Rennie Slegler. Sleggers because Arsenal from nowhere won a Man Champions League. And the entire me keep my principle say, Sankami will vote. I will vote for Rennie Sleggers and say, Rich, dear Serena Woodman, Eddie, England man here, you know. They were already defending champions of the Emani European Championship, you know. So it wasn't as if say they were the reigning champions.
And then the man is standing out.
I mean, I'm not underrating at the end of the way, you know.
Okay.
But I'm saying she won with a team that has already shown they can win. But Rennie in the end of the day, Rich, today, in Emma football, it has been Barca, Lyon, Chelsea. Baby, I want the Arsenal money free. Or do we Champions League, you know? Rich, on any proper upsets. Proper one. I just hope say a beer because me say on only workman you know it deserves some level of recognition, you know. Say workman aji Ballon d'Or na René Nje FIFA de mami.
Okay.
Kama kuma beto me yempa.
All right.
But Rich, I can't say same for Emano Women's Player of the Year, no.
Chabo Martin and Jay.
And she will win it again. Look, or the Barcelona man who Champions League final, Arsenal Shen. Or the Spain man who echo European Championship final, England Shen. But Rich, players Nankasa in the FIFPRO World XI, Emani Dieno. She had the highest vote. Rich, about money football now. It is so obvious. Aitana Bomate is the best player for Mano.
So why not Alisa Russo of Arsenal? Because on also got the Arsenal team and the that one team. And the English team.
Yes, on the before the voting for the Ballon d'Or. And I'm catching say a argument of a saying and the ultimate G then Russo will stand a chance. But Rich, a man voting went purely to Droning Bonnebo and forgot about the Ecosi saying that is why Bomate won. And I'm saying, say, look, okay, say, yes, say, probably we may see changes from the Ballon d'Or. Rich, it is very, very unlikely. But if it's answer, then people will appreciate, say, oh, they are the England, any Arsenal team in the year, no. FIFA voting are recognizing as such. But it will be difficult.
Okay. Yeah, move it to
and let's start from the coach.
Okay.
I have one court and Quebec's objection. And Rich, my name say only maybe I agree on this observation. Argentina and Memano coaches. Rich, why Anna Yehu Inzaghi? Oh,
Inter.
Argentina.
Because we're in winning Champions League in Indiana.
Oh, now I said there's only one coach who winning Champions League. No.
Yeah. No, maybe I'm the man doing because say the Anuntina escape or man as a day.
Because okay.
Or final no at was I think 2 or 3.
Oh dear, ye previous one in free. Now for the year under retrospect in go. Rich. Ediana Mikel Arteta. Inzaghi. Ediana because Arteta finished second in the English Premier League and went to the semi-finals of the Champions League. And you would think finishing second in the Premier League and semi-final Eddie Arteta Bawa. Inzaghi finished second in the Serie A and played in the finals of the Champions League. So why is he not there? Eddie Nema Hansi Flick last season, a better coach than Inzaghi. At the end, a man a better coach. Spanish League na win here na. I've already said in the Italian Serie A, Inzaghi finished second. Oshia flick in the Champions League. You know. Rich, are we saying, say, Liverpool winning the English Premier League in Kuano? Even though a incredible story for Anna Slot say about Liverpool and the first season in English football, Okoji. But Rich, a bro Inzaghi Sosa. I don't think so. And what shall we? And you just Inzaghi. Even the Inter players are missing from all the high-level debates for the player of the season. Why?
Example, Lautaro Martinez. That says, "Abraham, why you be Viviana? Or else be a Unimbi." But the guy is doing so well in Inter. And Takra who's a club say pedal with a kind of striker or you know.
Rich.
This clubs he almost best striker goes in. My man follow Lautaro Martinez.
It is so funny to think say, yes, say Enzo Maresca. The year under retrospect, a better coach Inzaghi. No. Ediana go ahead in Mexico Inzaghi. Why? Rich, for me, Luis Enrique Friwa, Inzaghi should come. And Sana any other mention be about. And it is so unfair to him.
Okay.
But it's obvious Luis Enrique should be the FIFA best coach.
No, them say obvious.
It's obvious. From there you go to the goalkeeper. It's obvious Donnarumma should be there.
Okay.
He should win it.
Now to the best player. Memano.
Yes, I will do.
You bet me at about 3 then.
Yes, I will do him.
I predicted you bet me win. Ousmane Dembele, Achraf Hakimi, Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe, Nuno Mendes, Cole Palmer, Pedri, Rafinha, Mohamed Salah, Vitinha, Lamine Yamal.
Rich. And you easy. But I think say for Ousmane Dembele and Lamine Yamal, obviously they will make it to the shortlist again. Now, I am torn between Rafinha and Mo Salah to join the 3 shortlist now. Rich, even though I may choose Rafinha, but Mamin Kansi Sudia say, any easy decision. Because Mo Salah is very, very close. I'm telling you.
I'm sure I have one year for anyone na Eddie Jumedino, yet the best FIFA men's player 2025 nominees, yet they are to YouTube. Exercise the person in such a way say, but you will laugh 3 and then they will feel say or no eventually being as the winner. I know any exercise I'm passing in a bumtua, which is Jumedino Sati Biano. But you will laugh 3 and that they will feel say or no, and being as the best player FIFA 2025. Now, you found Komono and Ayala and also.
Rich.
And also on last 3 in there, Dembele and then Lamine Yamal, Omoda Baya, Akaba Kona Abesu Ibeka. Okay.
Which Mimi Giri say, it is tight for me, in Mimi opinion, between Rafinha and Salah. No disrespect to Kylian Mbappe. He did well. Mami Mane, special mention, he did very, very well. Vitinha too, he did fantastic. Rich, it will still come down to 3. And I think it's between Ousmane Dembele, Lamine Yamal, and Rafinha for his numbers. Born a Rafinha boy, last season. Rich, Ayana in Obiawo opinion, but in my strong conviction, Ayana if he's not mentioned heavily. Rich, the numbers in here is scary. The optics, all the numbers not to jail. What do we need shape matches our boy? And in a home for money impact, and you crazy. But Rich, it will come down. Who say the FIFA best player? No. Normally, it also comes with a certain level of popularity. And that is where I caution Ousmane Dembele. No? Rich, Yami Lama is popular, you know. And one share, the captains and the coaches will go and vote for the young guy. And see, even though he ran away with the Ballon d'Or, Rich, one way, the difference with FIFA, you know, from Ballon d'Or, then a popularity kakra. And I think so we are Lami Yama the sa popularity now. Ebesheno. Especially when Nancy FIFPRO do World 11 votes in the bar. Almost say the are full players, you know. Lami Yama votes etching Obia, including Dembele. And see, if there is an award that is predominantly voted for by member association captains, any more coaches are rich. Yeah, we are Lami Yama between the FIFA best now. Afa.
Me say me will vote. I'll vote for him.
You vote for Lami Yama?
Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
Me my canon several times. Ousmane Dembele me can't win Bobo. But the Paris Saint-Germain team, sometimes awards will be saying and yet fair to some departments of the game.
Of course.
Goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and yet fair to them. And yes, I mean, Paris Saint-Germain team net down. Ousmane Dembele is not the best player. And to talk of say call J Ballon d'Or. Me say last season, optics bibia. Popularity, Lami Yama. I enjoyed the boy. I enjoyed him. I agree with you. I know popularity in San Yamano, and maybe feels what the best Dembele. Oh, yeah. Me also my Dembele, no. I don't want each other exceptional man bias out. Oh, even the Paris Saint-Germain team is not the best player.
Yeah, we all respect Obia's opinion.
He's not the best player for Paris Saint-Germain.
We all, but Rich Ousmane is special.
Samu.
Yeah. Onimbo.
Me mum do anya special.
Onimbo.
Anya gidi mami sa.
Oh, yeah, gidi.
Samu.
Look. The amount Ousmane gidi mami Rich. He's probably the most unpredictable player in the world. And that is special. Yeah? Lami Yama Kutaboa. You can predict the other bear. The opposite. Guess that who predicting bar or the bear. Sana na Messi. Sana na Azen Robin Motier. You know what they are going to do. They will do it, but they will still beat you to it. But Rich, Ousmane, Sebon Kutana, you don't know what he will do with the ball. And the entire and say, Rich, what he can do with the left, he can equally do with the right. And on one kasa Ousmane Dembele mpo, ejitum say sometimes how unpredictable or you know, it is not only to the opponent but to Onankasa himself.
Okay, and
that makes him special. That makes him special for me. And I think it will go to Dembele, Lami Yamal, Rafinha. But say if the final one, last season the NB where we had two different players winning the Ballon d'Or and if anyone.
Okay. Yabe fie na yabe di fie nkomo no but my messages am there ba na kakra. na yɛnto adwumadie no so nhyɛ 104.5 Freddy Kanza. I say I'm not sure because he's a Man United fan.
That's why I'm Man United.
Say me masem no organo. Also on your shock. Say me ka say Lamine Yamal should win.
And Lamine Yamal Man U.
Say also me a Man U fan.
So what is the link of Man U?
I don't know the person but ebi Abrantes o be sign
because me link Lamine Yamal and Man U there link be no.
No, me masem no okay.
Me tiasie. So what's more can you say we Man U ni? So what is Man U's link with Lamine Yamal and Tia Bema? Why bias to Lamine Yamal because you're a Man U fan? Me say me who link no.
Benjamin Abbey 94-99. Also Nuno Mendes and Vitinha won the Nations League and the Champions League, the Friend League, and you are mentioning Lamine Yamal. And I make us say football sometimes and you're fair to some departments of the game, goalkeeper, defenders. On Kanye sa, how the players are branding. We obi to say Nuno Mendes. Boy branding boy pa as a defender. But you
see, it is true. Say a fact. Say Omo winning the UEFA Nations League. But UEFA Nations League is not also a major tournament. No. I guess a ceremonial friendly. And a UEFA for no are shaping into a tournament. A granny grounds there, but yes, winning it adds to your CV and your facts. See what we need, but for me, I said
DJ Soko Dien Chato Krana Fe and started your discussions no fee. I say we all day here. Palmer will win it, and Ayala will come and talk about it and say Palmer don't deserve it. All right. I know na yediginal so na yabefie e de afie nkomo no atoamo so media mamo.
Nye Palmer nko. Say ye da so ye na say Vitinha winia. Obi ba ka so on deserve it. Say that so ye na ka say player bempo. Any other player apart from the who give say also winia. You come and say he doesn't deserve it. And then you go Palmer.
Okay. All right. You may fear na yento I count down so proud to the super class ever so